Welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? I'm kind of blue. I dressed to match my mood. Yeah, just kind of, I don't know, it's just a blue day. I, trudged through work and trudged through supper and trudged through my other stuff, and it's just been a blue day. Ever feel blue? It kind of reminds me of, have you read the book, My Many Colored Days? I think it's by Dr. Seuss. I think it was published after he died, so it's illustrated by somebody else, and his wife released it. Something weird like that. But when my girls were little, my youngest just loved that book. Well, we all loved the book. It's just a cute book. But she loved that book. She read it over and over and over. She probably has it yet. Especially books. Like, she had this one book. It was like a sea creature book, but it was a touch and feel book. And it was starting to get worn out. And so she found one on eBay and she bought it so she'd have a backup copy. Not that I haven't done that. I don't know. It's just blue. I don't know. I'm just frustrated with life and stuff like that. And not frustrated with life. Frustrated with things, Yeah, just, I don't know. And then I watch, I don't watch, I'm not a news watcher. Sometimes I watch news, and all I can think is, like, what is going on with this world, right? Why do women have to be the forefront of everything? I mean, I really think if women ran the world, it wouldn't be the chaos that it is. Not saying men are bad, but I think men are, some men just are susceptible to greed. Not that women can't be either, but I think when we have children and we have that nurturing heart, we just, I don't know. And then there's people who want to take, these feminist movements, and all that. And it's like, what's wrong with, what's wrong with a guy, being there for a woman, being by her side, being her equal, standing up for her, supporting her in her endeavors, just like she does him, and all these things. It's crazy, because you see men and they're just babies. They're mama's boys that never grew up. And that's a hard one to swallow when that's what you see, and then you lose, a good one. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah. So I'm kind of blue. I'm a little blue. Oh, but anyway, today I was actually going to start the hair stuff, but I can't find my notes. I got to do some cleaning. Yeah. It's great to have notes and then you lose them. But I'm a tactile person. Like, my notes are on paper. You've seen that. I'm not big on notes on a computer. I'm starting to get my work notes on the computer, just because I see the feasibility of it when I lug my computer other places to work. And, so I'm getting there, but I'm still a tactile person. I like to write stuff down. I like my notes. So I have to find my notes. And then we can start some of the hair stuff, and then into the summer soaps and, all that jazz. But anyway, today we are going to do body butter. Reverse that. We are going to do a body butter. I am going to give you the recipe at the end of the video. It's a really nice one, delightful one. If you want to check out somebody who's done a lot of research on body butters, check out the Nerdy Farm Wife. I don't know if it's on her site. I will look. But I was on her email list for so long, and that was one of the things that came out, was this great concoction of body butters that she had done and put together, and I have yet to read it. It's on my computer, saved. I have yet to read it, and I wanted to do it, but I still haven't done it. But it's okay, because I got my own body butter recipe. So anyway, 3 things. Dream big, be true to you. You are worth it. And let's go check out this body butter recipe. Okay. Baby. Okay, so I have the house all to myself. Yep. And this is my mango butter. It is hard as hard can be. Yeah, excessively hard. And just because of that, I am gonna melt it a little bit. Okay. What are we going for? We're going for 4 ounces here, okay? 4 ounces. Mango is very drying, very beautiful butter. We have some fun additives. And we're not using coconut oil. Just because I had a lady come by and she was fine with it. Her daughter's not. So it's like, okay. But I have to melt this just a tish, or warm it up just a tish, because there's no way my beater can, you know, get in here or melt, or, you know. I'm gonna melt it just a little bit, okay? My other butter I'm adding, whoops, I need my scale. Yeah. The other butter I'm adding to this is Sal butter, or Shora. Is it Shora butter? I don't even know how to say it. I should have looked it up. But I didn't think I'd be filming this. But then I was like, I have the opportunity to do this. So I'm doing it. It's the end of my Shora butter. Not really. I have more. Now, if I don't add beeswax, which I really should, if I don't add beeswax, then I don't have to melt it down. But shipping this in summer sucks, because you know what happens. But if you get a body butter that from whoever you buy it from, and it melts, just stick it in the fridge for 5 minutes and then take it out and shake it, and then put it back in the fridge for a little bit and then shake it, and it'll work back. It'll come back. And just a little tip about body butters. They're great for the elbows, knees, and feet. And for the rest of the body, you just want to apply a light layer. You don't want to lay it on thick. And believe me, I've had people at vendor shows where they grab a big blob and they are passing it on to their friends. 4 ounces of mango, 1 ounce of Sal butter, or Shora butter. And then comes our oils. So for this, we are adding a dry oil, which is sunflower. And we're going to add 1/2 ounce of sunflower. 1/2 ounce of sunflower. I got to use up my baby sesame. Don't ask me why I have a baby sesame. I don't know. So we're going to do 1/2 ounce of baby sesame. And then we're going to add, just because I'm not melting this now, this is where I don't want to melt it, I am going to add some rosehip seed oil, but let's just see how this works first. And talking oils and butters, if you have a really hard butter and you go with a light oil, you might need another extra couple grams, or you know, 1/2 ounce at a time of oil, and just let it set till you get to your desired consistency. If you want to add beeswax, a good rule of thumb is about 1/2 teaspoon, 0.11 to 0.14 ounces per 6 to 8 ounces of body butter. There are emulsified body butters. To me, they're just basically a heavy lotion. made with more butters than oils. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. So now, we're gonna add my fragrance oil at 3%. So, because I think I can use this up to like, I don't know, 10%. But I'm just doing 3% in here. So, if you use essential oils, 1% is usually good. See, it's looking a little gritty yet, and that's what I'm afraid of. When you do it this way, you really got to beat it a long time. I mean, some people beat their regular body butters like 30 minutes anyway. So, but I'm adding it because I can melt it down yet. Now you can do other things with your oils and butters too. You can infuse them with botanicals like calendula or plantain just for health benefits of using it. You can also make a zinc oxide cream or add clays. If you add clays, they are going to be a little bit more drying. So if you're going for the full moisturization, which, you know, it's body butter is plenty heavy with, you might want to go dial your clays back a little bit. It's still a body butter, even if it's just melted down and poured into jars. It's still a body butter, guys. I'm going to whip it a little more just to see if I can get that texture better. And another thing is research your oils. Lots of light oils with hard butters work well, while light butters or dry butters with heavy oils work well too. No, I don't like it. So at this point, it's better, but it's not. I'm going to go and remelt some of this. Just 15 to 30 seconds, okay? Yeah. Okay, so 30 seconds might have been a little too much. But at 15, it was like, I should have stopped at 15. The other thing with body butter is make sure you scrape everything a couple times. I could add my rosehip seed oil, but I think I'm just going to wait yet. And shelf life for body butters, about 6 to 9 months. You can add antioxidants like vitamin E or the rosemary oleoresin extract. And just remember, these are not preservatives. These are antioxidants that help the oils and butters last longer so they don't go rancid quicker. It smells great. It does. I wasn't sure. It is very nice and floral. And yeah, I like it. Okay, additive number 1 is going to be, we should put, okay, I like arrowroot powder. It kind of combats the greasy feel but I mean, I don't know. I have a body butter leftover. You know, you get that little bit left over that you don't have anything to do with. And it's sitting on my desk, so every morning at work, I get my computer ready and I'm putting my body butter on. I like it. It's not that, you know. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of rose clay. This, I think, is from Brambleberry. Going for that pinky. But then I'm adding some copper sparkle. We're going to start with an 1/8. I might add more just to see. I'm reserving that. And then some vitamin E. We're low enough. Let's see what it does now. And speaking of essential oils in body butters and lotions, actually, you want to be careful of the phototoxic ones like bergamot, grapefruit, lemon, lime, orange might be one, because phototoxicity causes sunburns, blisters, and other skin problems. However, if they are steam distilled, those are okay to use. and should not be phototoxic, but really read your manufacturer's directions. It's still a little above 90 degrees. So, you know, see, if you left this in your vehicle, this is what you would get when you came back. I think we're going to add some more copper sparkle. Copper sparkle. I can't talk today. So we're looking at probably a good 1/4 of a teaspoon here. I don't know how much you'd have to add for it to really, like, to leave it on your skin. There's a ratio. I can't remember what it is. And if you need to, you know, you might need to, like, leave it and walk away for a little bit, or, you know, stick it in the freezer for 5 minutes. You can also put it in a bowl of ice water and beat it that way too, but I'm just too lazy for that. And I think I'm going to add my rosehip seed oil. Now, rosehip seed oil, like a lot of vitamin E oils, need to be refrigerated. So, I mean, when you order oils, make sure you read all the, you know, like hemp seed should be in the fridge. You know, just gonna scrape this, make sure it's getting everything incorporated. I do that a few times. It's so pretty. It's really pretty. Okay, so rosehip seed oil, I'm only going to use at I don't know how many, 0.25 I think is, hopefully I have enough in here. It's the end of the line for this guy. So let's talk. Why do people beat the crap out of it? Well, to get air into it, to incorporate air basically into the oils. And I mean, you can really, like when this is really cooler, you know, you can really beat some air into it. But I have beaten it, and some people like it that way, to where I'm only getting 3 ounces in an 8-ounce jar. Okay, so an 8-ounce jar, 3 ounces. It's great, yeah, but I like to get 3 ounces in a 4-ounce jar. So, I mean, I don't know what this is going to be. We'll just have to let it cool a little bit and see. And remember, body butters are very adaptable. You can melt them down a few times at least, you know, adding to get the texture that you really wanted. Like if it's too hard or it's too soft, you know, they're very adaptable and very easy to do. And if you're using coconut oil, watch your usage rate on that, because technically you could count that as a liquid oil, not as a solid oil or like a solid butter. Voila. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so I can leave it set for a little bit and come back and package it. That's really all there is. Did I give you all the ingredients? I like to package these in 4-ounce jars because they do go, a little does go a long way with these. And I just think that's the perfect amount. The second body butter is Awaken. And I want to show you this just for simple things. This is yellow beeswax, hemp seed oil, 2 ounces of hemp seed, 4 ounces of the mango, and the 1 ounce of shea butter. I looked it up. I want you to notice the more I mix it, how the color changes. This one was mixed up and put in the fridge because it has the beeswax. And I want you to notice the color change. The more I whip it, okay, the more I whip it, even though I'm adding the arrow root, whatever, the more I whip it, the more the color lightens, okay? The more it lightens every time I whip it. And also the volume, how it doubles in size. Because what I am doing is I am just whipping air into that oil and butter mixture. That's all a whipped body butter is. Now, I do call mine just body butters. I don't call them whipped body butters. I guess it's just, how technical do you want to be? I just call them body butters. Okay? But literally, look how light it is. It's still technically a very light green, but that hemp oil really changed things. And that is one thing you have to take into account when you're doing your butters and your oils. Most of them are light colored. Hemp, hello, darling, right? Or if you use what is that? Is it black castor oil or something? Which would probably make a really great body butter. It is a heavy oil, but if you mixed it with a light butter, yeah, okay? But look at that. Totally light in color. Just crazy. So the ingredients in this, like I said, was just the mango, the shorey butter, the hemp oil, there's beeswax, there's arrowroot powder, there's vitamin E, and there was a little gold enigma. I just wanted to see if it would change anything. And then I got to the point where I was just playing with it, literally. One thing, if you do whip it too much, like this one was whipped too much, literally. I think I got 2 ounces in my jar, which people would think is perfect, but I just feel like I'm screwing people over. Okay, so it's just a thing with me. But so what I did is I left it, and then I just mixed it back up with a spatula, and it does take the air out, So I was able to get 3 ounces in my jar, like I alwaage do. I don't think the balm, that was 2.75. I wouldn't leave you hanging here. The fragrance notes for the balm: jasmine, clary sage, and ylang ylang. Awaken lemongrass, lemon verbena, bergamot, and rosewood notes. Definitely heavy on the lemongrass. So if you love lemongrass, this is the one for you. And there you have it, 2 great body butters. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.